Hello class, my name is Rose Banla and today I will be doing a persuasive speech on breastfeeding. This is my audience.
Hi.
Okay, well let's begin. Lactation consultant Larry Kirk-Rubbs once said, breastfeeding holds the key to a lifetime bonding between you and your child. Today I'd like to show you why you should choose breastfeeding instead of formula feeding. Why it's so good for the mother and baby, and the available help in your community you can get. When becoming a parent, there are many decisions to be made, and one of the biggest decisions you'll ever face is whether to breastfeed your child or bottle feed your child. First, I'd like to tell you why I'm so concerned about babies being fed formula and why mothers choose not to breastfeed. Choosing to feed your child formula can be very harmful for their health. According to Dartmouth-Hitchcock, studies suggest that just one formula feeding can change a baby's normal intestinal bacteria. Formula feeding can increase the baby's risk of infection in the digestive tract. Formula could increase the risk of immune problems later in life. Babies who are fed formula tend to have more allergic reactions, have gas, colic, allergies, eczema, lactose intolerant. Formula-fed infants are higher risk of illnesses, ear infections, asthma, diabetes, respiratory tract infections, obesity. Formula takes longer to digest instead of breast milk, so that's why a lot of mothers choose to give their child formula because the baby stays full longer. The milk is harder to digest by the stomach, so the child eats at least every 4 hours, and with breast milk it's usually sometimes every 2 hours. So a lot of women would rather just give them formula so they could stay full longer, but at the end it backfires because in my experience, yes, they get full longer, but after a month of them drinking formula, they start having a lot of problems, colic, constipation, gas. They become very fussy, they cry so much, their stomach hurts, and you have sleepless nights, so it actually ends up being worse to formula feed. According to Kids Health, some women do not breastfeed because they feel unaccepted by society. That is just very sad that women feel that way, because we've all seen those videos on social media where women are shamed for breastfeeding in public. And that is just ridiculous. When you breastfeed, if your child is hungry, you need to breastfeed wherever you're at. And for, as it is, it's embarrassing, there's people around, and then for people to come out and tell you, no, that's gross, do that somewhere else, like that is just horrible. As for my experience in breastfeeding, I used a special cover that covered my whole chest. I had my baby under, and no one knew what was going on, and that worked out for me great. So now you know why some mothers choose not to breastfeed and how harmful formula can be for the baby. Let's take a look at the wonderful benefits for the baby and mom of breastfeeding. I have a diagram here showing mother and baby and a short list of the benefits. For mother, we have reduces the risk of breast cancer, type 2 diabetes and osteoporosis, reduces the risk of uterine and ovarian cancer, promotes postpartum emotional health and postpartum weight loss. And for the baby, we have fewer episodes of illness, reduced risk of hypertension, obesity, diabetes, asthma, increased IQ, lower risk of developing allergies, lower rates of SIDS. SIDS is sudden infant death syndrome. It lowers the risk of that, cancer, ear infections, gastrointestinal disrupt. So the list just goes on and on. This is just a short list. The main immune factor here is called the secretory immunoglobulin A. That's present in large amounts of colostrum It guards against invading germs by forming a protective layer in the mucous membrane of the nose, the throat, and the intestinal tract. What is just beautiful about this is that your breast milk is especially tailored for your baby. It responds to pathogens, creating protection for your baby based on whatever your baby needs. If your baby is coming with a cold, your breast will catch that, will produce the antibodies your baby needs, and your baby will get better. So that is just a miracle, the way our body works, and that's why breastfed babies don't get sick as often. So I thought that's just so neat. Breastfeeding is natural, but that doesn't mean it comes easy. So don't hesitate to contact a healthcare provider or a certified lactation consultant if you need help and support. Breastfeeding protects from illnesses. Studies have found that stomach viruses, lower respiratory ear infections, and meningitis occur less often breastfed babies and are less severe if they happen. I have 2 children. One was breastfed and the other wasn't, and it's a big difference. Let me tell you, my first child, I wasn't able to breastfeed. I had to go back to work right away, and she was gassy, she was colicky, she was constipated, she was very fussy. She later, as a toddler, had learning disabilities. She couldn't concentrate. She was really fussy all the time, and with my second child, I exclusively breastfed her, and she is, since she was born, so calm, hasn't gotten sick, has no allergies, has been just a wonder. She really has. And a lot of I have a nephew that was born, they're a month apart, and my sister did not breastfeed. And her son is just like my oldest daughter, very fussy and this and that. And I truly think breastfeeding is like the best thing you could ever do for your child. I also have a diagram here that shows the benefits of breastfeeding of higher intelligence. And the children on this diagram right here, on this graph, were not breastfed, and these were. And this is the IQ level and the test scores. And the children who were breastfed have higher test scores than the children who weren't breastfed. So that's big right there. Lactation consultants are professional breastfeeding specialists that are trained to help you with all your needs. If you need to go back to work, if your baby's not latching on right, if your milk supply is running out, these lactation consultants are wonders. They help you so much. And they work at hospitals, clinics, and offices. To find a lactation consultant, visit International Lactation Consultant Association. And for your local help, you could also contact El Paso Baby Cafe and La Leche League of Texas. They are great help. And I really hope that you guys learned a lot from this. And any parent would jump in front of a train for their child without hesitate. We all wish a happy, healthy child. We should encourage mothers to breastfeed. Breastfeeding is so beneficial for the baby, and there's so much great help for mothers. Breastfeeding is the future for our babies, and please encourage the next mother you meet to breastfeed. Thank you.